बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा। अल-वाहिदुल क़हार। अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा। Welcome to all friends online. Let us have Zikr by Nurani Little Angels and friends can follow them. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Wahidul Qahhar. Ali Allah Madad Farma. Al-Hayyul Qayyum. Ali Allah Madad Farma. 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 Ali Allah Madad Ali Allah Madad Farma. Ali Allah Madad Farma. Ali Allah Madad Farma. Ali Allah Madad Farma. Ali Allah Muhammad Farma. Ali Allah Madad Farma. Ali Allah Madad Farma. Shukran lillah walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ali Allah Madad Farma. 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 Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ali Allah Madad Farma. 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 Shukran alhamdulillah. Ali Allah Madad Farma. Ali Allah Madad Farma. Ali Allah Madad अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा, 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 अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा।
सुभान अल्लाह, माशाअल्लाह, माशाअल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा, 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 अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है, अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है, अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है, अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है। Today I'm going to sing a beautiful nazam and it's all about ishq and love. Day by day we are witnessing in our heart that how we are falling in love. Today's zikr is an evidence how each friend is feeling this softness in their heart. They're able to do giryazari and they are doing the zikr. Alhamdulillah, subhanallah. उसने कहा मैं तेरा दिल हूँ. He said that I am your heart. सच है कि कहा उसने कि एक गंजे खुदा है दिल. It is a truth that he said that heart is the treasure of Lord. जब इश्क के हकीकी से वीराना पड़ा है दिल. When with the love of truth, love of hakikat, the heart is like a desert. There is nothing in the heart. हर गुना तसल्ली है दीदार की दौलत से. हर गुना तसल्ली है दीदार की दौलत से. Every moment I am very peaceful. I am in very much peace because I have the दीदार of मौला. हर चंद के जाहिर में आहों से भरा है दिल. Though superficially, physically, I am sighing. When a moment does giryazari, people who do not know true knowledge, they think, these people are always crying. But they do not know that their heart is filled with this peace and happiness and love for the Imam. And in their heart, they have this treasure of didar. इस कालिब खाकी में दिल आलम अकबर है. In this body which is going to be dying, the heart is the most elevated universe. दिल दायरा कुल है और अर्ज समा है दिल. In my heart is the whole universe, as if the universe is in circle and that's in my heart, and the heavens and the earth is within my heart. Asrar Sheh Khuban, all the secrets of my Shah इस दिल के खजाने हैं. They all are in my heart. सदबार फिदा है जान, सदबार फिदा है दिल. I am sacrificed on my jaan, my soul, and my heart is also sacrificed. दर पर्दा कहा उसने दिल मेरे हवाले कर. This is the beautiful verse. Dar parda, behind the veil, he said, give me your heart. ए jahan wallah, ye leke tera hai dil. And the lover says, oh my beloved, surely take my heart, it is yours. इस मर्तबा दिल को आरिफ ही समझता है. This statement, this understanding can only be understood by Arif. Arif or Arifa, meaning the one who have recognition. This station, this state of heart, only an Arif can understand. गर पाक करे कोई तब अर्श खुदा है दिल. When one purifies their heart, that heart is actually throne of the Lord. Such an elevated status is of our heart. When our heart is purified, the Lord sits on that place. It is a throne of Allah. But it can only be understood by those who are Arif or Arifa. दिल दादाए उल्फत हूँ, अब मुझ में कहाँ है दिल. Beloved says that I am the lover. I don't have my heart with me. दिलबर ने लिया दिल को, आशिक में कुजा है दिल. Lover says that my heart has been taken by beloved. Lover doesn't even have a heart within him. सद शुक्र के अब जानान खुद मेरी खुदी होगा. Lot of shukr guzari that my beloved is within me. It's me. जब जान है फिदा उससे, जब उसमें फना है दिल. When my heart, my life is with him, sacrificed to him, merged with him, I am him. अशआर नसीरी में असरार निहानी है. In the verses of Nasir, there is a hidden secrets in it. Dil uqda la yanhal, uqda kusha hai dil. Heart is the one which is locked, and heart is the one which opens the lock. This is such a beautiful kalam. I do not think I am doing justice to it by translating it such poorly. But those who understand Urdu will understand it better. And I have tried humbly with my limited abilities. And I'm going to sing it because these words speak to our heart. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ali Allah madad farma. सच है कि कहा उसने एक गंज खुदा है दिल. सच है कि कहा उसने एक गंज खुदा है दिल. जब इश्क़ हकीकी से वीरान पड़ा है दिल. My heart is the treasure of Lord. When it is empty of any and every thoughts, it is truly the place of my Mawla, and it is filled with the true love. हर गुना तसल्ली है दीदार की दौलत से. हर गुना तसल्ली है हाथ से हर चंद की जाहिर में आहों से भरा है दिल। हर चंद की जाहिर में आहों से भरा है दिल। इस क़ालिब खाकी में दिल आलम अकबर है। दिल दायराए कुल है और अर्ज़ समा है दिल। असरार शहे खूबान इस दिल के खजाने हैं। असरार शहे खूबान इस दिल के खजाने हैं। सद बार फिदा है जान, सद बार फिदा है दिल। सद बार फिदा है जान, सद बार फिदा है दिल। दर पर्दा कहा उसने दिल मेरे हवाले कर। दर पर्दा कहा उसने दिल मेरे हवाले कर। है जान जान वल्लाह ये लेके तेरा है दिल। है जान जान वल्लाह ये लेके तेरा है दिल। इस मर्तबाए दिल को आरिफ ही समझता है। इस मर्तबाए दिल को आरिफ ही समझता है। गर पाक करे कोई तब अर्श खुदा है दिल। दिल दादाए उल्फत हूँ अब मुझ में कहाँ है दिल। दिल दादाए उल्फत हूँ अब मुझ में कहाँ है दिल। दिल भर ने लिया दिल को आशिक में कुजा है दिल। दिल भर ने लिया दिल को आशिक में कुजा है दिल। सद शुक्र के अब जानान खुद मेरी खुदी होगा। सद शुक्र के अब जानान खुद मेरी खुदी होगा। जब जान है फिदा उससे जब उसमें फना है दिल। जब जान है फिदा उससे जब उसमें फना है दिल। अशआर नसीरी में असरार निहानी है। अशआर नसीरी में असरार निहानी है। दिल उक़दा इलायन हल और कुशा है दिल उकदला यनहल और उकद कुशा है दिल सच है कि कहा उसने एक गंज खुदा है दिल जब इश्क हकीकी से वीरान पड़ा है दिल। Ya Mawla, we are trying our best to empty our heart of all the affection, of all the things which relates to this world, and just we want to love you with pureness of our heart, Mawla. We have learned that our heart is the place which you love the most to live, Mawla. We have learned, Mawla, that heart is the one which is full of treasure of yours, Mawla. We want to seek all those treasures, Mawla. And we are purifying our heart, Mawla. Look at all these friends online, Mawla. They are doing Zikr with such a beauty, Mawla. Oh Mawla Meherban, oh Mawla Meherban. Ali Allah, tu hi tu hai. Ali Allah, tu hi tu hai. That's what we are going to say tomorrow, Mawla. Ali Allah, tu hi tu hai. Hey Ali Zaman, hey Ali Zaman. We are in love with you, Mawla. Yesterday you were Ali Murtaza. Today you are Ali Zaman, Mawla. Oh Mawla Meherban, oh Mawla Meherban. Mushkil Kusha, Madad Farma, Madad Farma. We need your help in purifying our heart, Mawla. We need your help to connect to you, Mawla. We need your guidance to learn the true knowledge, Mawla. We need this courage to continue to walk on this path, Mawla. Oh Mawla, Tawfiq, Ta'id, Himmat and Yari, Mawla. We seek your friendship, Mawla. We don't want you to leave us, Mawla. Oh Mawla Meherban, oh Mushkil Kusha Meherban. It is you, only you. Ali Allah, tu hi tu hai. Wherever we see, it is you and your beauty and your talk. It is you, Mawla, everywhere. Ya Mawla Meherban, Ya Mushkil Kusha, the whole humanity is unaware of your existence, Mawla. They know of you, but they don't know you, Mawla. Oh Mawla Meherban, Mushkil Kusha, you are merciful, Lord, Mawla. Forgive them their sins, Mawla. Mushkil Asan for them, Mawla. Ya Mawla, due to COVID-19, there's a lot of loss, Mawla, a lot of instability, Mawla. Mushkil Kusha to Mushkil Asan for whole humanity, Mawla. Ya Mawla, Jamaat ji kul mushkil asan kar, Mawla. Jamaat ji नेक उम्मीद पूरी कर. जमात के तू मौला हकीकती समझ इनायत कर, मौला. जमात के तू मौला हकीकती आंखों बख्श, मौला. ओ मौला मेहरबान, ओ मौला मेहरबान. Those who are walking on the path of true knowledge, Mawla, help them walk fast, run fast and climb ladders and merge with you, Mawla. Ya Mawla Meherban, Ya Mawla Meherban. Any smiley member, Mawla, going through any kind of physical health problems, any other difficulties, Mawla, we pray all of us together unitedly, Mawla. Mushkil Asan for each Jamaati member, Mawla. Ya Mawla, fulfill all their good desires, Mawla. Ya Mawla Meherban, our children who are future of tomorrow, Mawla, we pray for them, Mawla. Make them strong and firm in their faith, Mawla. Make them your dai and fidai, Mawla. Ya Mawla, increase them and make them firm in their duties of dasoon, sukrit, ibadat, bandagi, ilm, ginan, khidmat, Mawla. Make them increase in this, Mawla. Ya Mawla, protect them from every kind of shar, Mawla. O Mushkil Kusha, tu pusht panha kar, Mawla. Ya Mawla Meherban, Ya Mawla Meherban. All our Jamaati elderly, Mawla, senior citizen, Mawla. It must be so difficult for them, Mawla. Mushkil Asan for them, Mawla. Ya Mawla Meherban, Ya Mawla Meherban. We all have lost our family members, Mawla. Ya Mawla, रूहानी जकुल गुनाह माफ करी मौला, इनके तू नूरानी दीदार नसीब करी, असल में वासल कर मौला, हो मुश्किल कुशा मेहरबान मौला, रहमान रहीम दस्तगीर मौला, all the friends online मौला, whatever they seek in their heart मौला, fulfill all their good desires मौला, या मुश्किल कुशा मेहरबान मौला, they love you, they seek your knowledge मौला, make it easy, give them courage, make it easy मौला, तौफीक ताईद हिम्मत and यारी मौला, so we continue to all grow together and merge with you, become one with you मौला, या इमाम ज़मान, या मौलाना अंत कुव्वती व अंत सनदी वलेकति काली, या हाजिर या मौजूद, या शाह करीम हुसैनी अंतल इमाम अल हक़्क़ुल मुबीन, लक सुजूदी व दुआती, शुक्रन लिल्लाहि वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, शुक्रन लिल्लाहि वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। So today I am going to actually answer one of the question which was asked yesterday or day before, and I had given a very brief answer. So today I thought that I will go into detail of it. It will help each friend to see how important it is to continue to walk on the path of true knowledge, to understand concepts completely and fully. I deliver a talk, when I take a lecture and questions are asked from different areas, I have to give brief answer, but it is very hard to go into detail to make the whole concept covered to help friend understand the details of it. It's a challenge and you will see it today. So today I am going to try and answer that question without telling you the question, because I will come to it. And this content could be difficult for friends. It may lead you to have many more questions. But I would request you to hang in there, and let's continue to walk on this path so you continue to learn. Now this verse, we had talked about it yesterday, but the question was related to this verse, so let's read it again. Chapter 57, verse 17. One day will the hypocrites, men and women, say to the believers, wait for us, let us borrow from your light. It will be said, turn your back to your rear, then seek a light. So a wall will be put up between them, with a door therein. Within it will be mercy throughout, and without it, all alongside will be punishment. उस दिन मुनाफिक मर्द व औरत ईमान वालों से कहेंगे कि हमारा इंतजार तो करो कि हम भी तुम्हारे नूर से कुछ रोशनी हासिल कर लें। जवाब दिया जाएगा कि तुम अपने पीछे लौट जाओ और रोशनी तलाश करो, फिर उनके और इनके दरमियान एक दीवार हायल कर दी जाएगी जिसमें दरवाजा भी होगा। इसके अंदरूनी हिस्से में तो रहमत होगी और बाहर की तरफ अजाब होगा। So those friends who are joining today only, I'm not sure if they are new friends, we had talked about this verse in detail, but we'll briefly cover it again, that this verse was covered in context of learning, knowing that Mu'minins also have their nur. Allah's nur we knew, prophets had nur, we knew about that, imams has nur, but Mu'min, men and women also has nur, and that is mentioned in chapter 57 verse 16. But here we are talking about hypocrites who are able to see the nur of Mu'minin, and they are asking them to share the nur with them. Not only that Mu'minins will have their own nur, but hypocrites will ask them to share their nur with them. And what would Mu'min will reply? No, go back. Go back where you had left the nur. And then there will be a wall between them, but there will be a door. And when we talk of door, we know the door is represented by Maula Ali. Ana Madinatul Ilm wa Ali Babuha. Ana Darul Hikmata Ali Babuha. I am the city of knowledge, Ali is the door. I am the house of wisdom and Ali is the door. So when it is mentioned here door, it is about Maula Ali, our Imam. So wherever you have left the Imam, go back. And whoever is within the wall, within the inside of the door, they will have mercy, whereas outside is punishment, which is regret that we had left the Imam. One of the friend asked that what if a friend who is not smiley and we have been giving them knowledge and they are really pious and pure person, will they be able to elevate themselves? And I simply said no. Without Imam, no one can. In Quran it talks about that those who seek light other than smileys will be able to go up to first heaven. After that they cannot go further. Whereas a smiley can go up to the 7th heaven, even 9th heaven. Only smileys have that ability to go to that level, to be merged with one. Now this friend got disappointed because it sounds like when you say no, if you don't know Imam, there is no way you can elevate yourself. When we hear answer like that, just no, because you don't know the Imam. It is only smiley who can elevate. It may give us impression that is Maula not merciful? We learned that Maula has the title of being the Imam of humanity, Imamun Nas and Imamul Muttaqeen. So why would not Maula elevate their rank? So briefly, still it's brief, I'm going to help you understand. I hope that friend is here today who had asked this question. So look at the points which we are talking about. Hypocrites, men and women, borrowing light of Mu'minins, turn back to seek light. Turn back to seek light. There is a door inside which is salamati, outside it's regret. Allah said in Quran chapter 11 verse 7 that He created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and His throne had been upon water, that He might test you as to which of you is best indeed. Allah created heavens and the earth in 6 days. On 7th day, He sits on His throne, and that throne is actually upon water. And now we know water is allegorically talking about true knowledge. Mu'min seeks the knowledge, understands that Imam's throne is above the knowledge. If a Mu'min wants to elevate and merge with Imam who is sitting at the throne, the path comes through knowledge. Ilm wali ruh darja badarja upar chadhti hai. And then it says, on that day, meaning that whenever you reach to that day, that level, He will test you. And that test has, what does it include? Those who will be elevated, who will be best in their deeds. And that deeds actually encompasses knowledge within it. Why? Because in Quran it says that even if you have done good deeds, but if you do not recognize the Imam, you do not truly understand which deeds are loved by Allah, then whatever deeds you do, it's not that worthwhile. Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullah Alayhi Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, Maula has said the same thing in his Farman. He said that if you are in this world, you make good living, you attend Jamaat Khana daily, you do ibadat, but if you do not get to the essence, azadi ma na pugya, if you do not get to the freedom or salvation, then what's the benefit? What's the benefit? This man was good. He went to Jamaat Khana, he gave the song, he did ibadat. But if he did not get to the salvation, then Maula says, so what? So the deeds if done without the knowledge, will not have the same fruit. So 6 days of Allah, actually represented by Natik. Pir Nasir Khusro in his book Wajiduddin says that each Natik, there were 6 Natiks, and each Natik's time is represented by 1,000 years of human. So first day is Adam, second day is Noah, third day is Ibrahim, fourth is Musa, fifth is Isa and Muhammad, and the time of Qiyamah. Now, every time, every period, Imams are always there. We believe if Imam is not there, this world will not last. Did we know that during the time of Adam, his Asas Imam was Maulana Habil, his son, who was martyred by his brother Cain, and after that Maulana Shis became Imam. So Imam were there during the time of Adam. Then in the time of Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam, his Asas was Maulana Sam. And Ibrahim's time, his son Maulana Ismail was his Asas Imam. So in other words, we are saying that Imams were always there. In the time of Musa, his cousin brother Harun was the Asas Imam. Now those who are new, Asas means the Imam who does the Ta'wil. Prophet Muhammad was the Natik, and his Asas Imam was Maulana Ali. He was the beginner of that cycle. Therefore we say Ya Ali Ya Muhammad, because we are in the cycle of Muhammad. And Maula Ali is the one who does the Ta'wil. In the same way, during the time of Jesus, Shamun was the Imam who did the Ta'wil. In English we call him Peter. In the time of Moses, Maulana Harun was the Asas Imam. So there has not been a time period where Imams were not present. If Imams were not to be there, this world will not last for a fraction of a second. It will die, it will finish. It is only due to the Imam that this world is living. Those of us who did not know, who thought that Imamat started with Maula Ali, no. If Imamat started from Maula Ali had father too, and he had grandfather too. So that time period was without Imam, then they cannot exist. Without Imam, the world will not exist. So there has to be Imam. If we do not know, it's our lack of knowledge. Our Buzurgwar-e-Deen have written all this knowledge in books. And it is up to us to find out that knowledge and to learn this knowledge, to know what is it all about. So Imams have always been there. Now those of you who are serious in learning and want to elevate yourself and continue this journey, I hope you are taking notes. Because you got to have paper and pencil in your hands and you need to write it down. When Hazrat Adam was here and Maulana Habil became Imam, after his Shahadat, Maulana Shis became Imam. And then it's 1,000 years period. There are 7 Imams in between. And all their names are available. Until second Natik came in, who is Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam. And Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam had his Asas. Similarly, after every Natik, there are 7 Imams. And that's how this is one cycle. This is second day of Allah, third day of Allah, fourth day of Allah, fifth day of Allah, sixth day of Allah. So these are the days of Allah. On the 7th day, the time of Qiyamah, the time of Qiyam, we will be tested who is best in their deeds and knowledge. Knowledge is very crucial part, because the throne of the Lord, the Qiyam, is actually sitting on the knowledge. If we were to not have the knowledge, there is no way we can elevate ourselves to be merged with Mawla. Pir Nasir Khusro says that not only that this Natik was there, his cycle or his education or his Sharia lasted for 1,000 years, he also tells us that his day is represented by Sunday. Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam's day is represented by Monday. Ibrahim's day was Tuesday, whereas Moses' day was Wednesday. And Jesus had his day on Thursday, whereas Muhammad, his day was Friday. Each Natik has been represented by a day. Now, I was trying to give example of Hindu. When we talk about any Hindu person, and especially because when we read our Ginans, we get very impressed by Hindu terminologies because we are used to listening to it in Ginans. And of course, there's an influence of media too. Now, Hindus were somewhere here after Ibrahim. And Maula Sultan Muhammad Shah has said that even Ram was Paigambar. There are 124,000 Paigambar. How many? 124,000 Paigambar in this whole big cycle. But Natik were only 6. And the 7th day, the Lord himself sits on the throne. So when we take example of Hindu, who left Imam somewhere here. When we take example of Zoroastrian, they left Imam somewhere here. If they left the Imam here, what does this ayat says? Turn your back to your rear, then seek a light. If you left Imam wherever, you have to go back and seek light there. Now some friend can ask and challenge, this person who is my friend today, and you are talking about thousands of years before, or let's say 1,000 years before, because this person is Christian now, but they are pious person, they are really very, very good person, and you feel that you have given them knowledge and they should elevate themselves. They should be able to elevate themselves. Then I would say that that person has to accept Imam. In today's time, that person has to accept Imam. And I'll give you example again. Example of Salman Farsi. Salman Farsi was born Zoroastrian. His parents had left Imam somewhere here. But he himself had this fire in this heart. He was looking for truth. He was seeking for truth. And he left his home, he runs away from his home, and he meets a priest. He becomes a Christian. And when he sees the acts of that priest, he says his religion cannot be true religion because his deeds are not matching with the values which I've learned to be the right values. And he keeps seeking and seeking and seeking until he reaches to Prophet Muhammad. And I'm not sure if you have heard the stories that one day it is said that there was no work for Salman Farsi. There was no war going on, there was nothing going on. So what he does, wherever Maula Ali was living, outside his home, the path Maula Ali would walk, he had broomed all the way in the road, actually on the street. He was brooming the street, so Maula Ali when comes out, the streets are clean for him. And Maula Ali when comes out, and Salman Farsi, who is older than Maula Ali, he's cleaning the street, and Maula says, Salman, what are you doing? And he says, Khudawin, I had nothing to do today, so I thought I would clean the path for my Maula. What does this story tells us? His parents somewhere left the light of Imamat. But he was a seeker. He found and searched and reached to his Imam, to recognition of Imam, and then he elevated his darajah to the extent that he became a family member of Prophet Muhammad. So, to summarize, Maula is merciful, but the free will is with us. Whatever religion we belong to, we are talking about now whole humanity. Those who want to elevate themselves, they will find Imam. And it's not that time-wise you have to go back. In today's time, you have to accept and say, Imam, I am in your bayah. Personally, I know of people, those who are Snashiri, and I used to work in Al Khan University, and I would meet my Shia friends, Isnashri friends, who by heart they would say, I'm smiley. And they would work with me selflessly in Aga Khan University, knowing that it is Mullah's university, because from their heart they were smileys. But they were not announcing it, they were not telling it to anybody, but with like-minded friends, they would talk about it. So it is very individual decision for humanity to get to recognition of Imam. The doors are open to everybody. And whoever enters in that door, there is salamati, happiness inside, and outside is regret and punishment. Now we being smileys, we are so blessed that we are with Maula's Khanavadan, Maula's blessings, Isme Azam. The highest responsibility is upon us. The onus is upon us to get true knowledge so we can be able to elevate ourselves to be merged with the throne of Maula, which is upon water. So Maula is very merciful. But Allah's habit does not change. Allah's habit does not change. When we have a house, the entrance is door. A person who comes through window will call them a thief. If we want to enter the house, it has to be through the door. So anyone who wants to elevate themselves has to enter through the door, which is Imam. Today is Shah Karim. Yesterday it was Ali Murtaza. Day before that it was Maulana Harun. Before that it was Maulana Shamoon or Maulana Shees. Whoever enters from the door will be able to get to the recognition and merge themselves with Imam. So Maula is Rahman and Rahim. I hope today in going into detail helps us understand how blessed we are. And it is not easy when you ask question just like that and I have to briefly answer you. It may not satisfy you. Therefore, it is so important to continue on this journey and to learn the concepts in detail. We cannot just brush through things. We have to understand things in detail so it makes clear concept in our mind. So I will stop here. I'm sure there are a lot of questions.
When we go out, what is something that enlightens our soul out there, or are we one with the universe? Are we looking at? Are we not?
Maula's light is everywhere. Allahu nur samawati wal arz, right? Allah's nur is everywhere. It is the highest elevated status we are talking about. So yes, one would find love of Maula in nature. Some would find love of Maula in art, in animals, in gardens, so many things. But those are very minute example of His light. It's the shadow of His light which we see in nature or in art or different aspects of this universe. That does not mean that we are one with the light, the light. Yes, go ahead.
So Girya Azari just makes the land fertile so that inshallah that light will come faster.
Yes. When the land is fertile, it's easier to grow something. Yes, all days are same in Allah's eyes. The difference is that when a child is born, he grows up to be an adult man. The example of religion is such that it has grown today to its peak. There is a verse in Quran in which Allah says to Prophet Muhammad that I have completed my religion to you, on you. I have completed my religion. And Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah in his Farman says that it is the end time, meaning that the religion has reached to its peak. So yes, all the days are equal, but there is a growth happening. And today's time is at the peak of the religion. One example would be that this knowledge was not readily available to us 20 years ago, 10 years ago, the way it is available today. And why it's happening? Because it's the time of Qiyamah and there will be no drought of knowledge as forecasted by Pir Nasir Khusro. That during the time of Qiyamah there will be no drought of knowledge, the way we used to see it 20, 15, 10 years ago. It is due to this time period that the religion is being completed. It's at its peak. That's why we are seeing the changes which we are seeing.
Yali Madad NIAMAT Didi.
Malali Madad.
NIAMAT Didi, I have a question about apne jo abhi you explained that during all the prophets' time there were imam with them, but not with all the prophets. With some of the prophets there were imam with them. Right?
So when you say prophets, there's a difference between prophets and natik. Are you saying prophets or are you saying natik? So let me explain. Prophets are messengers. Messengers are those who give the message of Allah to everybody. They are prophets. So we have many paigambars. For example, Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam, Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam, Hazrat Zikriya alayhi salam, Hazrat Shamuel alayhi salam. There are so many paigambars. But natik were these 6 which I showed you. Natik bring their Sharia, the laws which are being followed for 1,000 years until the new Sharia comes. But imams are always there.
Like you say, Ram was natik.
No.
He was not a prophet.
He was a prophet.
He was a prophet. So there was an imam with him at that time too.
Not necessarily, but imam were there. Yes, imam is always there in the universe, in the earth. Imam is always there.
Yeah. And then with all this, I remember my dad always used to tell us that because we are from India, Gujarat, my dad always used to tell us that we were Hindus before. Like not my dad, but their forefather, like
yes.
grandfathers were Hindu.
Yes.
And there were peers who came in our city.
Yes.
And they transferred us from Hindu to
all those who are from Indo-Pak, Africa, Jamaat, they all were originally from that area, and our Pir Sadaddin, Pir Shams converted us. So that's a known fact. Yes.
So I feel so blessed, like 2 peers. Because of them, I am able to recognize the Imam. They brought us to the Satpan Dharam.
Yes.
So when we are doing Zikr and when we are saying all these tasbeehs, I think that one of the tasbeeh, like the Pirsha, is like, I feel like, I of course I have started saying that every day, but I feel like that is the most tasbeeh I want to always say, Pirsha. So, and also Salawat. So do we recite also Salawat for Pirs or we don't recite Salawat for Pirs? That's another question I added.
So let me get back to first your Zikr. So Zikr, of course, when you do Zikr, it connects to your heart and it's a wonderful thing. And when you say Pir Shah, meaning that your soul is craving for the recognition of Pir and Shah. That's what is incumbent upon every Smiley, to recognize the Pir and the Shah. When we know of them but we don't recognize them, there's a huge difference in recognition. Remember, we talked about the throne is set on the knowledge, and today, because the religion has reached its peak, if we will not have the knowledge, we will not be able to merge with the Imam. So when we say the Pir Shah Tasbih connects to our heart, because the soul is seeking the recognition, it's pushing us that way. So we need to learn the knowledge to get to that level of recognition. So Pir Shah is a very important zikr. Now, the other question about salawat, yes, we do send salawat on all prophets, all imams, all peers. When we send salawat, it's like sending them a blessing, which in turn comes back to us. So yes, we do say salawat on peer's name too.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Yeah, because I have one question. I question that what about this Brahman and this Harirama people? They all two people go to the mountain and sit there. They sit there for years and years, and they sit down there only and pray. What about them?
So it's kind of their monk, they're becoming monk, right? And our Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah Maula has clearly said that in our religion we do not do that. We do not leave our physical worldly duties. It's not that we leave our wife and children dying hungry and we want to merge with Allah, so we just do ibadat. That's not the way of our religion. Maula says you have to take care of your family, you have to make your living, earn your living, take care of your family members, and also remember me. Because for Ismaili, a true follower of Imam, the world is not separate from religion. We follow our religion in the world, with the world. So for a moment, the 24 hours is ibadat.
Another question, you said now when people got knowledge, then they can get farther in ibadat, right?
Yes.
So about the older people, like my father was praying from 2:30 every night, 2:30 to 5 o'clock he was doing bangi. So what about them? So how did they get in there? How they get their knowledge, then we get to that darja. How did they get to that darja without knowledge?
So what happens when I said that the religion is growing, it is during this time that the knowledge is available so much. During that time, the knowledge was whatever was available, they were getting it, they were seeking it. An Imam is a merciful Imam. But today, the way the knowledge is available to us, and if we become lazy and if we do not with free will choose to seek knowledge, to learn knowledge, we will have consequences. Because we are alive and knowledge is in front of us. Their situation was different. And they did what they were asked from their Mawla to do. They did that. Their ibadat and their prayers were very long hours than us. Any other question?
Yes, NIAMAT Didi, please can you explain again, this is the last boat, like a boat to get to go for Asal Nivasal or to recognize the Imam, like, or this is the last Janam or the last avatar or something, you know how we have it in Ginan, to get the knowledge and to merge into, into Asal Nivasal or to merge with Imam.
So Farial, your question is so beautiful and so right. I wish only that the vocabulary you use would be proper too. So your concept is very clear, but the words you used, if a person who does not have knowledge, they might go towards Hinduism. So you have to be careful and use right words. So what you are saying, that as per Sultan Muhammad Shah, if this is the Akhir Zamana, and Akhir Zamana Mawla says that everyone will see his majizat, only believers will believe it, and there will be others who will see it but they will not believe it. So and Quran also says that this is the end time. So how do we get merged with Khudawand? And Quran says it very clearly. Imam says it very clearly. The one who seeks knowledge, ilm wali रूह दर्जा ब दर्जा ऊपर चढ़ती है. अमाल और इल्म में आजमाया जाएगा. तो अमल क्या है? इबादत अमल है, जिक्र अमल है. इल्म अपनी जगह पे अलग है. इल्म और अमल से हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, असल में वासल हो सकते हैं. एक चीज करेंगे तो किश्ती निजात में नहीं बैठ सकेंगे. दोनों चीजें चाहिए.
Okay.
Ali Allah madad farma. So what I was saying to Farial, that the question she asked was very correct, but her vocabulary was all based on Hinduism, because she's probably from India, so it's easier for her to use that words. And I was saying that be careful. I understand that your concept is very right, but your words are very wrong. Wrong in the sense that we want to be using the right vocabulary, and we are Smiley Muslim. It is very important for us to come out of that language and vocabulary to be able to learn the right language, Islamic vocabulary. And her question was that how, if we are in the end time, how are we going to merge ourselves with Allah? What we need to do, as per Sultan Muhammad Shah's farman, that this is the Akhir Zamana, this is the end time, believers will see the miracles, and those who are not believers, they will also see the miracles. But only the believers will believe it, and they will elevate themselves. When they will believe it, they will elevate themselves. And Quran also says it that this is the end time. On the end time, the Lord will sit on the throne which will be set upon the water. And water is allegorically meant by, represents knowledge. And Mola says that the soul which has knowledge will elevate themselves one by one. So it is through knowledge that you can elevate yourself. We need to have the knowledge. Amal is ibadat and zikr. That's only one oar when you're traveling in a boat. If you want to move ahead, you need the other oar too. Otherwise, what you're doing? You're just going round and round. If you're doing only zikr and ibadat, it's just one. But you need to do both the oars, knowledge, ibadat, zikr. Knowledge, ibadat, zikr. That's how you keep moving forward.
So I just want to add something, Niamat. So basically, we need haqiqat is samaj.
Yes.
Correct? So without, that is knowledge. And then, inshallah, with Allah's mercy, go higher to marifat and to the divine intellect, right?
True. Right.
So that's when the reference to knowledge comes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Shukran Mola, Shukran Mola. Anybody else? Any other question?
नियामत आपका
जी
याद आप कल का जिक्र बताएंगे
अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है
अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है ओके थैंक यू
ज़ीनत अली अल्लाह तू ही तू है
Shukr Mola, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For sharing your knowledge and Mola seva kabul kare.
Amin, amin.
Humbleness ape and we feel very humble with you.
Shukr Mola, Shukr Mola.
Very inspiring. Shukr Mola, badi seva kabul kare and badaye ne Mola iman salamat rakhe.
Amin, amin, amin.
Amin, amin. Allah beli.
Allah beli. Shukr Mola.
Shukr Mola.
You say Yali Madad.
Yali Madad Niyamat, thank you.
Shukr Mola, Mola Ali Madad.